This video is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Unlock custom in-game rewards for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare at fuelupforbattle.com. What's going on, guys? Spotter here. I've got some infected gameplay for you here running in the background from Advanced Warfare. I thought it was appropriate because we're going to be talking about what we expect or think is going to be coming in the next iteration of Call of Duty. This time it's Treyarch's turn. Finally, we got shafted this year, right? They went to a 3-year rotation. Now it's, Sledgehammer Games. Then it's Treyarch. We thought we were going to get Treyarch this year, man. We were hoping we were going to get, Treyarch Zombies. But it looks like we're going to be getting Sledgehammer Zombies coming in end of January, probably in the Havoc DLC, okay? And they released a trailer, I think it was a week or two ago, which was basically just the cutscene that we got after completing Exo Survival on the last map. Was Raid, whatever the last map was. Anyways, and we had that one round of Exo Zombies, and then we had the cutscene. Well, they replayed that as a trailer for the upcoming Havoc DLC and the Zombies mode that's going to be coming. We still have no idea what it's going to really look like or how it's going to play, but I assume it's going to be somewhat similar to what we saw at the end of that gameplay on the Exo Survival map. All right, but okay, let's talk Treyarch. What do we expect? I've seen rumors, I've seen people speculating that, there's a possibility, hey, maybe it's going to be World at War II, maybe it's going to be Black Ops 3, maybe it's going to be something entirely different. We don't know. Now, the problem is, we've been in this sort of modern/future advanced warfare slant for the last 5 iterations of Call of Duty, right? Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Ghosts, and now Advanced Warfare. So it's been, actually that's 6, right? 6 iterations since we've seen World at War. Do we really expect them to go back to that era, that, historical era with the historical guns, etc.? I mean, the nice thing about, modern and advanced or futuristic warfare is you can pretty much make up shit as you go. You can make up the stuff. You can have these, exosuits. You can have these advanced weapons. You don't really have to stay true to historical events and historical weaponry. Now, what does that mean for zombies? Well, that doesn't really mean a whole lot. Whether it's World at War II, or it's Black Ops 3, or it's something else, zombies is its own thing. Yes, it's going to take the weaponry from whatever, era is created for the campaign and for the multiplayer. You're going to have a lot of the same weapons available to you in zombies, but it still leaves you open to do whatever you want. You have, upgrading your weapons. You can make all kinds of crazy stuff with those weapons, right? You can make them do whatever the heck you want. You can have other weapons that you introduce, etc. So I don't think it makes a difference for a zombies perspective from whether it's World at War II or, another historical game, or if it's futuristic warfare. I think the slant is toward futuristic because it's been so ingrained for the last 6 years that I don't know. It would be difficult to go back, but I think it would kind of be refreshing at the same time, especially on the current gen systems, and having the ability to, the enhanced graphics, etc., that we've seen from Advanced Warfare in the campaign. It would be nice to see that represented in a historical game, going back to, whatever era you want to go back to for World at War II type campaign. So, from the zombies perspective, though, what do we want to see? Do we want, and I talked about this before when we talked about Advanced Warfare zombies. Do we want to see a return to the old characters? Do we want to see sort of a reboot of the old characters? Does that ending cutscene from Origins sort of paint us into a corner? And where can they go from there? I know I definitely don't want to see any sort of continuation or, or rebooting of the Black Ops 2 characters, Marlton and Russ and Misty and those guys, right? I don't really want to see that. I don't think too many people got too close to those characters. I don't think the character development was great, and it kind of jumped around a little bit. But again, going back to the old characters, I mean, does that leave us with not much room for maneuvering, or do we go with an entirely new storyline? Now, the thing about the old characters is you can, because it's zombies, you can reboot this thing. You can, different timelines, like time travel is obviously a part of what's happening in zombies. Can you reboot it like J.J. Abrams did with Star Trek, right? Star Trek, they redid Star Trek, and they rebooted it because they had this event that occurred. These guys came from the future. They obviously had impact on historical events, which changed the course of history. I mean, the characters were very, very similar, but they were able to have new adventures and different adventures and really make a break from the original Star Trek series that was, you know, I think it was in the 70s, wasn't it? When the original television series was out and the original movies. So there is a lot of opportunity for them to do that. They can reboot whatever they want. They can tell stories however they want. They can jump around in time however they want. It's really open, and it allows them to do a lot of creative things. Would you guys like to see that? Would you guys like to see more stories being told of the original cast of characters, or a continuation of what we had in Black Ops 2, or an entirely new storyline that may or may not even be related to what we've seen before from World at War and Black Ops? I don't know. I'm looking for feedback from you guys. Let us know in the comments what you guys think, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I know we're not going to see any information about anything relating to the new game from Treyarch until probably March. Maybe March, April, May, or in around that time frame. I can't remember when we first saw information for Advanced Warfare or for Ghosts. It's typically in that range of time that we start seeing the first little bits of information for the new games. And once we do see that, though, that will place us on a definitive timeline, at least for the campaign. Typically, they show the campaign first, and then, you know, it's a few months later, then they start doling out the multiplayer stuff and, you know, focusing on competition and esports, etc. And then they talk about sort of the cooperative game mode or whatever, you know, additional game mode they have, which better be zombies. I mean, I guess that's an option. That's an option. Are they actually going to have zombies? Are they going to do something entirely different? I think it would be, you know, I think it would be just ridiculous if they tried to do something entirely different, because they have a huge zombies following, and they would be doing their customer base a huge disservice if they didn't have zombies in the next Treyarch Call of Duty game. Again, let us know what you think. Do you want to see World at War 2? Do you want to see Black Ops 3? Do you want to see something different? And what, if any, impact do you see that having on the Zombies cooperative game mode? Guys, it's 11 months. I can't wait. Man, we have to wait an extra year. I know, it's excruciating, but it will be here. It will come very, very soon, quicker than you probably realize. Let us know what you think. That's it for now. I'm Spider, and I'm out.